Hi, everybody. This is Recie Myers, and
I'm Roland.
well, glad you can join if you're here. If you're there, just go ahead and chime in. You know, when you have plans laid out, I don't know if when things don't quite go like you plan, if it ever gets under your skin, but sometimes it gets me. Anyway, we have to do this again because we recorded and went to press post and nothing was there. It was frozen and it didn't take. Somehow, I guess maybe the signal. We pulled off the road and we stopped under a tree. Started raining, and we went ahead and did our live, and thought we were done. And when I clicked finish, it wouldn't even come off my phone. So instead of trying to do it again there, we came on home because we know we should get a signal. Anyway, Roland and I come to you every day, Monday through Friday, at 3:30, just to share a nugget or two of what we have learned as we're reading the book
CASHFLOW Quadrants.
CASHFLOW Quadrants by
Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki. Somehow, Roland, listen to your voice. You need to speak up a little bit.
All right.
So, I was going to finish up the story that I shared yesterday, the story that Robert said has helped him in his decision-making process. He says, if you saw the live yesterday, he told the story about these two men. This is a story that Robert Kiyosaki's rich dad told him. And the story is about these two men who lived in this village. The village needed water. The elders put out a bid for someone to bring water from the lake, which was a mile away, into the town. And so these two men, the only ones that stepped up and said they'll take on the job. So Ed, I'm not going to tell the whole story, but to make a long story short, Ed got his boys, he had two sons, to help him, haul the water from the lake to the village. 6 months, Bill was nowhere to be seen, but when he came back with a crew. He had people to help him build a pipeline. He had investors, a business plan. Okay, that's all that story from yesterday. But to tell you what happened at the end of the story, Ed asked his boys to come back and help him once they finished with school. They didn't come back. I wonder why. Because they had to work really hard. They didn't come back. And eventually he hired employees, and then they formed a union, and they were having all these union problems. They were demanding higher wages. They were demanding better benefits. And the members wanted to only be able to haul one bucket at a time instead of two. So Ed had a whole lot of problems. But Bill, he realized that if that village needed water, perhaps the other villages nearby would need water. So he rewrote the contract, or he rewrote his business plan to now be able to facilitate or bring water to many of those other villages. And so he had a pipeline of money flowing into his pocket, and a pipeline of water flowing into the village. And so, of course, he lived happily ever after. So Robert said that from that story, it helped him to, hi, Layla, glad that you can join us. This is Roland, my husband. I don't know if you ever met him. Yes.
Hello.
Thank you for stopping in. And I remembered what you said about asking questions. And where are you, even though I know, where are you coming in from? Where are you joining me from? Yeah. Tell me where you're joining us from. And of course, we're here in Virginia. And I was just telling them the story of Robert Kiyosaki, what has helped to guide him in making decisions for himself. So I was just telling up the ending part of the story. So Bill, he was able to live happily ever after because he had devised a business plan and he had everything worked out. And so this book, he says, is written for people who want to move from employee or what was that, self-employed to business owner and investor. And he said, if you're tired of working harder, you need to start working smarter. And so that's what the purpose of this book is, to help people to devise a way where they can make money work for themselves. And that's what Roland and I are doing, making money work for us.
What happened was Ed saw an opportunity, but Bill exploited the opportunity to his advantage. And I think that's what we need to do. Once we have opportunities, what is the best way to exploit it to get the most for our time?
That was a thought that we wanted to bring to you today. We come to you every day, Monday through Friday, to share a nugget or two of what we have learned as we are reading the book, CASHFLOW Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. And we're taking a class. In fact, I'd like to invite you to join this class. It's a free class. Who doesn't like free? It's a free class that helps to enlighten you or to help you develop your greatest asset, which is your brain, on how you can make money work for you. The name of the class is Gold and Bitcoins Bootcamp. It starts, the next session starts on October 16th, and it runs for 6 weeks. And during this class, you get to learn how you can earn a gram of gold a week, and you learn how you can pay yourself first. And there's so many other things that you can learn from this class. We thank you for joining. If you're catching the replay, share this out, because if you are not willing to take advantage of the opportunity, there's somebody else who might, and which can enrich their lives, and in turn, your families and all those who are around you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for popping in, Layla. Glad that you were here. And we will see you tomorrow at 3:30. Thanks for joining us. Bye.